Hey everybody, it's Emily the Crazy Worm Lady. I'm here today with our African Nightcrawler bins. These are the ones that we split into two last week, and I have not opened them. I did leave the lids off for like a day and a half to let them settle back down, but we may have crawlers. It's hard to know yet. No crawlers. Very little condensation buildup, so that's good. And you can see the bedding here is still lightly moist. But I wanted to see how these guys were doing. See a lot of babies. A lot of these much smaller worms. And I'm not exactly sure where I fed last week, so we'll have to look carefully, but there is a banana peel. This very well may have been from last week. And there's little babies here. Pulling up some of this bedding from the bottom. Guys are looking good. Yeah, they're looking good. I'm not seeing a whole lot of food though. I think they probably went through it all. These guys are by far the fastest eaters out of all the worms that I have, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've gone through it all. But there's still some good groups of them around, so I think we'll definitely be feeding these guys today. Let's take a look in the other bin real quick. Again, I'm not seeing any of them climbing here. There's a few on the side here, but look at how long these guys are. Really large worms. Okay. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a similar situation. We won't have much food left over, but it's hard to say. So let's see over here. Yeah, I think they probably went through it all because I'm not finding really any evidence of food. So we'll give them a nice big feeding today now that they're settled into these new bins, and hopefully have a little bit more action from them next week. So I'll probably pull some of this moist bedding from the bottom up to the top, and we might even feed inside one of these pieces of newspaper. So let me get a little something together for them, and we will get them fed up and see if we can get them back in the congregations that we've been having inside of these newspaper wrapped feedings. Okay, so I cleared out a space down in the front of each of these bins, and I'm going to use some of this existing bedding, these larger pieces of newspaper, to kind of lay down underneath of our feeding. There's newspaper, paper towel rolls, all of that good stuff. And I've got quite a bit of food for these guys. So, it's a coffee filter, looks like an apple, I have some small bell peppers that never grew to size in the garden this year. Let's see what else I got in here. Some onion, which we know people consider a no-no food, but my worms have always done perfectly fine with it. Just gonna puncture some holes in these so that the worms can get in. And I think that should probably be a pretty good amount. Let's see. Getting my eggshell here. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to healthily sprinkle this, and then I'm going to use another piece of this existing bedding to lay over top of this. And you could probably tell that was pretty moisture rich, so I don't think we need to add any additional moisture, but I am going to bury this up really well to try to prevent any sort of fruit flies. And I'm just going to level out the surface here, and I think that'll be it for this one. Then over here we'll do the same thing. I'll put in a bell pepper, puncture a hole in it, do another bell pepper, have some pieces of watermelon, and I think that should be pretty good for in here as well. So let's do a little bit of eggshell. And I'm going to do the same thing, kind of really layer this area up with some of this existing bedding that we have. It'll absorb it, also keep out fruit flies, and then we can just layer up the existing bedding over the surface here. So this is all, I'm going to bury up this corn cob, but so this bin is pretty much done, these two African nightcrawler bins. So I'm going to leave these open overnight, let everybody settle back down. I'm just going to give another little sprinkling of our eggshell. Of course, guys, this is buffer as well as grit for the gizzard to help digest the food for the worms. And I'm hoping that next week, hopefully down in these front corners, we'll see a little bit of action from these guys. So I think that's going to be it for today. So let me know what you think. Drop those comments below. Like this video. Subscribe if you'd like some more content from me. And I've been asking on a few videos this week, and I'm going to keep asking. Please let me know what you're enjoying most about my channel, what I could do better, what types of videos are your favorite. I want to make sure I'm bringing you content that you enjoy and that brings some sort of value and learning experience to you guys. I'm over 700 subscribers, and I could not feel more blessed that way. And I'm hoping I can spread the word to even more people. So let me know, honestly, what I can do to make this even better for you guys. And I'll be back next week for an update.